Hello everybody, I'm here to present latest version of Django Autocomplete Light. The first thing we want to do is install the demo project. Assuming you do understand every of these commands, you may paste them in a temporary folder. That won't mess up anything with your system and will give you full access to demo of every single feature, as you'll see in a short while. Please let me remind you that you should read and understand commands before you paste them in your Linux shell, because what can happen? Maybe there would be a typo here and it would be rm-rf root and it would be over. Why you should use Django Autocomplete Light? Well, apparently it's a kick-ass autocomplete library for Django. So that would be a very good reason. Seriously, we have many features with very few code, great documentation, lots of examples, unit tests, Selenium tests, and yeah, pretty much every feature I needed or users could come up with. Uh, there's documentation for every feature, and because I'm such a lazy documentation maintainer, I make sure that documentation reuses directly the code that's in the test project. So you know that whatever code you see in the documentation is somewhere in the test project and working. Usually it's written somewhere above the code where it comes from. Every feature has its app and example. Example are isolated from each other, which make it really easy to find out how to get something to work like it does in the test project. Usually there's very few code. Here we have some like registering an autocomplete for cities, okay, a model with a foreign key to city, okay, and the admin, which uses a model form uh, that comes from autocomplete light, because this model form factory uses the registry, so you don't have to set up every widget yourself. But you can use a model form. In some other examples, it uses a model form directly. For example, in the Carfield autocomplete, it uses a model form with the text widget. So this is ready. Obviously, you can see the global navigation autocomplete example here. It's optional, and it's not gonna come up automatically when you install autocomplete light. But for the sake of the demonstration project, it's there. Here you have a template, so you could have anything. I just did not work on it so much. But of course, in your project, you're probably going to do something beautiful like on Facebook or Bedspire. Next feature, foreign key autocomplete. That's pretty much the least an autocomplete app could do, in my opinion. So there we go. Can change it, of course. In the same fashion, we have many autocompletes. As for every app in this test project, feel free to check out the related documentation. In this case, we're checking the many-to-many autocomplete features, and check the code also. But in this case, there is really nothing much to see, since it's relying on the autocomplete light registry, and everything is pretty much automatic. But as we'll see in some more interesting examples, for example, dependent autocompletes. If I select country France, then I should only see regions from France. If I choose Spain, then it should only propose Spanish regions. This also works in lines, of course. So, again, there's documentation on this topic right here, with some blah 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 code that comes with the test project. Generic foreign key autocomplete, pretty cool. Here I propose many kinds of content objects. As you can see, those are users, cities, countries. Again, full documentation is sitting here waiting for you to read it. We also have generic many-to-many. As you can see, we have many relation to a user, a city, and a country. So that can be pretty convenient in many cases. Templated autocompletes, of course, a big requirement. So let's see what choices. This specific template has links so that you can directly go from a selected choice to the admin page, which corresponds to that choice. Car field autocomplete. This one differs a lot from jQuery UI's version of the tags completion, because this one I think makes it more convenient to edit tags, particularly if they are in between, at the beginning, or everything. Also, there's for some reason there is fewer code than in jQuery UI. So of course I can create new tag and then reuse them directly. Okay, now it's time for advanced and scary features. Keep this server running because it has Cities Lite and it has a Django REST framework enabled. And Cities Lite provides an optional REST framework. which is used by the other project, the remote autocomplete. Username and password is test. So, see, in this project, we have very few countries, cities. In fact, I'm gonna remove all cities. So here we are. We have no cities. We're gonna remove all countries as well, so that we can start over fresh. Now, let's create a new address with the city. We have no city, but still, the autocomplete proposes choices which come from the API. At this very moment, the remote autocomplete install the country, the state, and the city. So saving here is not a problem. Again, new region, new city, new country. So that's all I can show for today. 100 hours of work and 5 minutes to show off. That's how hard is life, isn't it? Thank you very much for watching. I hope I'll answer your questions and reply to your pull requests on the GitHub project or on the mailing list. If it's more convenient for you, feel free to use the mailing list. Have a beautiful day.